Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to each and every one. Thanks for tuning in to each and every one. Thanks for the love, the likes and the support, and once again welcome to Chini's channel. Now today's topical discussion will be based on what is trust and how do we see trust within a relationship, okay, and what are some of the factors in which that are attribute that we deal with on a day-to-day basis pertaining to trust. Okay, so what is trust, guys? Well, based on my interpretation with trust, to trust means to rely on another person or to rely on another person because you feel safe with them, right? Or you have confidence within that individual and that they will not hurt you or violate you. Okay, trust is also the foundation of relationships because it allows you to be vulnerable and open up to the person, to the other individual, the other party within a relationship. Without having that trust, right, or without having to defensively protect yourself, right, in a sense, so you will have that person that is actually there that you can actually rely on, right? How can we build trust within a relationship, right, or within your household or amongst your friends? Because it doesn't necessarily have to be like within relationship, it can also be between you and your family members or a friend or a colleague or a co-worker, like stuff like that, right? So to have trust, right, it means you feel a sense of security and loyalty with your partner or with your friend or with your family, regardless who it is within the household. Okay, basically, to trust means to rely on another person because you feel safe. So we look for trust within an individual because we want to feel safe and secure, right? We rely, we have confidence, we have our hopes within that person that that individual will not hurt you because of the bond, because of the relationship that you have built over time with that person, right? The foundation of the relationship, that means the person, right, builds that trust, that confidence. They put their all within that specific individual or within the relationship in order for it to actually work, right? So we rely on people because of our trust that we give them, all right? Also, just to remember as well, trust is a vital component, right, in which we can be happy and successful within our relationship, because once we put that trust to work and we work on it, we build it, we maintain it, we sustain it, we become happy, we become satisfied, we become fulfilled because we work on it. Trust doesn't come overnight. Trust comes a long way. We have to build it, we have to earn it, we have to gain it in order to receive it. Okay, so don't just think about a person's just gonna jump and trust somebody like that. No, it doesn't work that way. You have to be willing, ready, and able to work with that person, to maintain, to gain, to get that respect, to get that trust, okay, to get that loyalty, right? It is very important, because if you don't have that, it makes no sense, right? And once a person gives you that confidence that they trust you, right? You have to maintain that. You have to show and you have to abide by that, because it's not easy to come by. And sometimes when you mishandle that trust, everything starts to break down. Everything starts going downhill. All right? Trust is important in a relationship because it allows you to be more open and giving. And when I say more open, you are opening up whatever experience, whatever it is, you're opening up, you're sharing, right? You're sharing amongst your partner, amongst your friend, or amongst your family member, right? Giving as well. When it says giving, it means you're giving that person your trust. You're giving them the confidence. You're building that with that individual or that person, okay? Also, it is very important, guys, to have that, because if you don't have it, like I said, it makes no sense. It really makes no sense. And our behaviors that irritates, right, by the things that, like I said, if you do something, you violate that individual, right? You are disloyal, dishonest, stuff like that. Then all that breaks down. There's no longer trust. There becomes behavior of irritation, right? There becomes withdrawal. Overall, you believe them and know they have your back in a sense, because from day one you give them the confidence, you build that trust. But once that trust is gone, everything starts going down, right? So we have to promote positively trust amongst each other. And how are we gonna do that? Well, we have to learn to start by listening, compromising, communicating, opening up, sharing your thoughts, your ideas, your feelings, your emotions amongst whether your partner, your friend, your colleague. You understand me? And like I said, it's not everybody you're gonna open up to. You have to learn to differentiate and know who you will open up to, who have your back. You have to know. Nobody won't know, but only you can know that, right? Because it's not everybody you can able to rely on. It's not everybody that you can go sit and tell your deeds, because some people will just take it and rub it in your face. Some people will run with it. Some people would add to it. Some people will take away from it. So we have to be careful, guys, okay? It's not everybody we should be able to jump and to say we put that trust in because we listen to how they talk or the things they do. Like I said, trust does not come overnight. It takes time. It takes a while to build that trust, that confidence, that loyalty, right? It takes a time. All right. Trust also allows you to navigate conflict. And when I said it helps you to navigate conflict, that simple means when you trust your partner, you are more willing to overlook problems or commit to finding solution to the issues because you feel allied in areas that means the most of you. Even if your partner does something disappointing, you are more likely to give them the benefit of the doubt and see the good in them if you trust them. And I'm going to break that down. Let me read it once again. Trust allows you to navigate conflict. When I said it allows you to navigate conflict, it's when you trust your partner, you are more willing to overlook problems or commit to finding solution to the issue. So per se, if there is a small little, hiccup within the relationship, you should be able to talk it out. You should be able to reason. You should be able to delegate. You should be able to open up based on your feeling. Right? Talk about it, get it out, and then you guys come to some solution to the issue. And if it is something that you can overlook and bypass, because you got to give them the benefit of the doubt, but not per se all the while you're going to give them the benefit of the doubt, because if a person continue keep doing stuff on a repeat or a repetitive action or a repetitive, say behavior or manner, then everything starts breaking down. All that trust start breaking down. That's when disloyalty comes in. That's when you start questioning, am I able to actually trust that individual? You understand? But you should be able, number one, to rationalize, to reason. You understand me? Open up, express yourself, say how you feel, get it out. That's the way of navigating conflict within your relationship. And it doesn't necessarily mean only your relationship, guys. Amongst your friends, amongst your family members as well. Okay? So that's basically what I'm trying to say. Trust also increases closeness. And when I said increases closeness, because remember, like I said, trust doesn't come overnight. It builds. You build that trust. It builds over time, right? So establishing trust creates a strong bond and foundation to build on. Knowing you can trust your partner increases closeness and safety. When you trust one another, you feel safe knowing that your partner has your back and you can help or rely upon the comfort, care, and support. So when you have all of that closeness, all of that navigating conflict, all of that, when you work based on all those efforts, guys, there is nothing that can break that trust. The only time that trust is broken is unless that individual give you reasonable doubt, that individual breaks the trust by doing something that he or she should have never ever have done from begin with, or from first place. And like I said, we are all humans, guys. We all make mistakes on a day-to-day basis. So, sometimes we learn. We live, we learn as we go along, but it doesn't give you the right to repeat certain things. Okay? Trust your partner also allows your nervous system to relax, rest, and reset. Because sometimes, like I said, the mind play tricks on you. So sometimes, if I'll give you an example, if you're with Johnny and Johnny said to you, you know what, I'm gonna go over the shop there so and come back, right? And you check the time, you look on the time and you see Johnny left by 8 o'clock and Johnny no come back till all 9:30. Then you start to say nothing but Johnny gone with a woman or something, me just give you an example, guys. Example, right? The mind play tricks. But not necessarily say Johnny gone with a woman. Johnny might meet up on a friend and stand up and talk to the friend, or sit down and talk to the friend. Johnny might give somebody a helping hand. Somebody might, have a flat tire and Johnny a help and the time run out. You understand all those things? But nevertheless, not to say that it's not possible that Johnny might gone somewhere else. You understand me? Gone do something. But you got to give the benefit of the doubt until you have proof. Okay? That's what I have to say. And by establishing a strong foundation of trust, your relationship can be a source of healing for both parties involved. Practically, if this has not always been the case in the past, relationship with family or past members. So like I said, it doesn't necessarily goes for only partners. It goes for within your family system, within your friendship system. We have trust in all those areas. All right. Now, when your partner actions are not aligned with their words, you will begin to learn that they are not trustworthy. And that's what I was just talking about with the story about Johnny, or the example a while ago with Johnny. I was just talking about that. So for example, like me say, Johnny left, say I go to the shop, and Johnny never come back. By 9:30 him come back. And if Johnny cannot give you a logical answer to your question, if you ask him, but you say you go to the shop and the shop just there right across the street there, so how you just a come back, and if Johnny a stutter or a stumble or a fine and he can't look you in the eye and he can't look upon you, then there so, or he must say something when it makes sense, then there, so that simple means his actions are not aligned with their words. You understand? Or if Johnny constantly says tonight a Monday night, you understand? And Johnny say I'm go to the shop, and Johnny no come back till 9:30 or 10 o'clock. And then Wednesday night, Johnny say I'm go to the shop again, and him no come back. That is a repeating or a repetitive action. His behavior is not in order. It is not in contact. You understand? These behaviors erode trust. Consistent doing this, then you start to question, is he trustworthy? Is he loyal? You understand? All those things which impact the lack of trust. So trust come a long way, guys. It really comes a long way. Lack of intimacy is when there is a little trust in the relationship, which tends to decrease. You understand? Because once you see that there's no longer trust, there's nothing but lies, deceit, deception. You understand? All those type of things that falls underneath. Then everything start breaking down. You start becoming distant from each other. You have no feelings, emotional or sexual or sensual towards the individual, because it is lack of trust within the relationship. Negativity is also when you feel wronged by your partner, you may fixate on this feeling, which will not only cause you to withdraw from them. You understand? Insecurity, lack of trust usually leads to insecurity in the relationship. In turns, you understand, you will constantly doubt what your partner tells you and may react by becoming more controlling, paranoid. Behaviors designed to gain control, usually pushing your partner further away. You understand? For example, You got to give and take. You got to rationalize. You got to reason. You understand all those things until that person gives you the benefit of the doubt that you no longer can trust them. That's the time you will start having insecurity, doubts, lack of trust, all those type of things, guys. Okay? Depression and anxiety, understand, it is also a factor. If there's a little trust in your relationship, you might experience higher level of depression or anxiety because you will constantly question whether your partner is lying or being deceitful, right? Trouble concentrating, lack of trust can lead to inability to concentrate, especially if you constantly worrying or wondering what the other person is actually doing, thinking. You understand all those things. Distress, not being able to trust your partner contribute